So, this is the child who will save the world.
Why did you set out on this journey in the first place?
It's my mom. I have to save her.
Say cheese! Ringers!
Now leave me alone. Go!
Come on, don't go getting all soppy on me.
I'm sorry, I couldn't save her.
First, you will have to save yourself.
If I could only be with you once more and hold you tightly to my heart, we could walk this road together and never ever be apart. Your light will shine on every corner. So this is your world.
That's right. A whole nother world.
Let us see how the story unfolds. I am sure the ending will be engaging.
Okay, I had to show off that intro. You'll see that if you don't press anything at the start menu for a while, that little intro right there will pop up. And I was like, hey, I have to include that in the video because it's really cool. Now, Ni no Kuni came out last month, but I'm just now getting around to playing it because I kind of wanted to finish my backlog from 2012 before I started an epic JRPG, because that was the problem I had last year. I was like, oh man, I start so many games and I don't finish them. So I wanted to do that before I started Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch, and hey, I did it. So now I'm playing Ni no Kuni. And right here you can see that I'm accepting a quest. You know, there's a few quests to accept, and this is the first town that you'll see once you visit the other world, or Drippy's world as I like to call it. You know, and you can just run around this town. I think it's a very beautiful town. You know, the towns are one of the things I love most about any JRPG. Just going to a new town, exploring, you know, talking to all the NPCs, just looking around, wasting time. I love that. But right now I'm about to go out of the town and fight some monsters because, hey, you know, what's a JRPG without, you know, beating up random monsters? And that's what I'm about to do right now. Now, this is the overworld map. It's pretty big. You can use the left thumbstick to kind of spin it around, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I'll be honest, it's a little intimidating at first. You know, like, oh, this is a huge map. But I love the overworld map. I wish more games had them. So right now I'm going to go over here and fight this thing. And the battle system, it's a mix between turn-based and real-time. Kind of almost has a Pokemon feel because you can use your familiars to battle. And that's what I'm about to do right now. Send this guy out, you know. And you can switch between your familiars or Oliver at any time by pressing L1 on the PS2, PS3 version. It's probably LB, the left bumper on the Xbox. Oh, there is no Xbox 360 version. What the hell am I talking about? This is a PS3 exclusive. My bad. So yeah, L1. Yeah, I'm just gonna run around and fight some more bad guys or some more monsters. They're not really bad, but hey, you know, they need a good beating. Yeah. Well, you see, when they see you, checkmark comes up on their head, and then they start chasing you. So the battles aren't random. You can see the guys coming around you, but they're pretty fast. So sometimes they're kind of unavoidable. So you'll be walking, and they'll just run up to you and attack you, and then you kind of gotta hope they don't kick your ass, because once they get that advantage, you gotta run around them a little bit. Yeah, so far the battle system is, it's good. I like the mix between the turn-based and the, free roam and kind of the Pokemon feel of it, because I'm a huge Pokemon fan. But yeah, that's the battle system.
We did it!
So right now I'm going to take a quick look at Oliver's hometown. It's called Motorville, and it's basically a generic 1950s American town. I don't say that to be funny. That's basically what it is. But anyway, here's a look at his hometown of Motorville. Now, you can bounce back and forth between Motorville and Drippy's world at any time. So sometimes you'll have to come here to complete something. Like you'll encounter a problem in Drippy's world and you'll have to come to Motorville to figure out a solution. Because everyone in both worlds, they're parallel to each other. So there's a cat in one world, and in another world he's a king or something. And vice versa. There's a bunch of people and everything's connected. So if someone goes missing in one world, they're missing in the other one. I think you basically get the point. But right here I'm just going into Oliver's house, because, hey, why not? But I really like the art style of this game. Studio Ghibli did a wonderful job. It has it feels like a living cartoon, a living anime. I guess that's the best way to describe it. If you've ever watched any of their films before, you'll feel right at home. And it almost doesn't look like graphics. Yeah, it just looks like a living cartoon. And honestly, I think it's probably one of the best looking games I've ever seen. And that might sound like hyperbole to some. Say, hey, how's this one of the best looking games you've ever seen? You ever see Uncharted 3 or something? But I really do. I love the art style and the graphics and how, it's one of the best cel shaded games I've ever seen. I guess that's probably the best way to say it. But yeah. And yeah, Drippy, that's that little guy who follows you around. He can be a little jerk at times, but I think he's pretty cool, Any guy who has a lantern hanging from his nose is okay in my book. That's pretty hardcore. But right now, I'm going to jump back to the other world. I hope you enjoyed this first look at Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch. So far, it seems like a great JRPG, but like I said, it doesn't really reinvent the wheel, so if you're a little tired of the genre, you may find the game a little, boring. But besides that, I think it's a great game so far, and it's definitely worth a look. Thanks for watching.